Hello, I'm Mike with the Daily BM. And on this episode, we discuss the Netflix movie Damsel, starring Millie Bobby Brown, old video games, Hostel the movie, and if we could be Jigsaw from the Saw movie franchise. Oh, and in the beginning, Brad also talks about masturbating his dad. This should be a great episode. I hope you enjoy it. Remember to like and subscribe.
Good morning, fuckers, and welcome to another fantastic Friday on the Daily BM. I have Mikey with me. What's up?
Hey, what's happening, everybody?
So, a couple of things before we start jumping into today's subject about movies.
Yeah.
So, two things. First of all, my refrigerator went out. Fucking yay, right? So,
winning.
My wife was like, did you not see the water on the floor? And I'm like, do you know how often I'm in the kitchen? Okay, I'm a liar because I'm in the kitchen all the time eating. But I was like, no. So the whole refrigerator went out. So I spent all night last night going to like Home Depot, trying to find a refrigerator, trying to find the one I like, blah, 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 blah. And so that was number one. So this morning I woke up and I had an appointment to get a beard trim. By the way, I got my beard all nice and done for the show.
Yeah, I saw that. Looks good.
So I went and got my beard trim, and I'm talking to, our barber. And so we get on the subject about masturbation, right? And so, my dad, we were talking about my dad. Hold on a second. Let me rephrase this. My dad off. We were talking about, oh, wow.
So you got on the topic of conversation about masturbating your dad.
Let me back up. All right. So we weren't talking about jerking my dad off.
What do you have to like manually stimulate him, like, keep him going?
He is 86, man.
Is that part of your duties as a son?
Hey, if the old man needs me to whack his wiener at 86, hey, man, you know what? People jerk off horses, you know what I mean, to inseminate other horses. But, can you imagine the work it would take to fucking jack off a horse?
Wait, so you're jacking off your dad to inseminate other horses? That's kind of weird.
It is what it is. It's kind of weird shit. But
seriously, little sunny
think
right
about
there.
this real quick before I talk about that. But if you had to masturbate a horse, I mean, you'd have to two-hand that fucking dude. It really brings on the term horse dick. Well, it's a horse.
I think there's a machine that they put on it. I don't think there's.
So
a guy
you get this whole time how to do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
I was just randomly going into fields jerking off horses.
Jerking off horses just randomly.
No, but we were talking about my dad because he hasn't been in there to get a beard trim, and I was like, well, he basically, he shaved his face and looks like a little old dude right now. Yeah. But he looks like Grizzly Adams when he had the beard. Anyway, so I was talking about his health condition, which he was diagnosed with early onset Parkinson's, right? So I don't know how we were talking about masturbation, kind of like, and I was like, the only thing is, he doesn't have to fucking move his hand. He can just set it on and grip it and let the fucking Parkinson's do the work. And I said, and I looked at the farmer and I go, well, if you're Michael J. Fox, man, you're in business, dude.
Oh my God.
You can literally just rub yourself off, dude. Just grip it, let it go down with the shaking.
That's not how it would work, actually. See, the reality.
Okay, something you've tried.
The reality would be it's gonna be like this.
Oh my God!
You're not gonna be able to get a hold of it because you're like shaking too much. It's ungrabbable.
So what do? You just kind of reach in real fast and try to slap it into your hand. I mean, if you had Parkinson's,
then you knock your nuts real hard, and then you're in pain and agony.
So fucked up, man.
I wonder if your balls jiggle too if you have Parkinson's.
Well, if you gripped your shaft, I'm sure your balls would shake.
I'm just wondering if because your extremities shake, right?
Wait, what would you?
Like all your extremities shake.
Wait, think about this though. You could put your balls in your left hand, and then have your shaft in your right hand, and you literally you're like one of those shake weights, dude. You know what I mean?
I feel like this. What would Brian conversation.
Say? What would Schmegel Brian say? You go, pump you up, man.
I'm here to pump you up.
I'm here to pump you up, man. But anywho, so on to movies. Welcome to the show. Sorry about the quick intro there, but Parkinson's.
That was really weird.
If you're Parkinson's and you're a man, hey, you got an advantage. Just saying. I tell my dad, hey, rub one out, dude. Try it out. You might actually be okay with it. Don't take your medication for a day.
Oh, Jesus.
Take it later in the morning.
Jesus.
So anyway, you had a movie you wanted to talk about today for Friday Flicks. So,
last night I watched this movie called Damsel.
okay.
I don't know if you've seen it, but
Mhm.
it was really good. It had the girl from Stranger Things in it.
What's her name? Millie. Oh my God, her name is Millie. Shit.
It's Millie Bobby Brown. It's Millie Bobby Brown. I was going
I
to get
really
to
wanted
that.
to say Millie Vanilli, but
It was Millie Bobby Brown.
dude, I hate to say this without sounding like a fucking total pervert, but she was young when she did the first seasons of Stranger Things. But she's
20
really,
now, so
she's
you
really
can say
grown into her own skin, and I mean, she looks pretty damn good, bro.
You fucking creeper.
I might be a creeper, but you got it. Okay, so you're gonna sit here and tell me that she's not hot?
No, she's a kid.
Oh, you're such a fucking liar! I guarantee if we were out there, you're like, yeah, dude, she's fucking hot.
No, she's pretty. She's cute.
That's what I meant. She's a cute girl.
She's a kid.
She's not a kid. She's an adult. She's an adult.
You said she's hot.
She's an adult.
Very inappropriate.
You're going to argue with me now about whether or not she's hot or not.
51-year-old man. You said it inappropriately.
That's not inappropriate because she's an adult.
Extremely inappropriate.
She's an adult.
Mm-hmm.
How is it? Okay, elaborate how it's inappropriate when she's an adult.
Because she could be your son's girlfriend.
Oh, that sounds like an intro to a porno flick right there.
Dun,
Why does everybody use that same fucking like song? That instrumental. So,
I don't know.
Hey, my son's at work today.
I think it was prevalent.
You want me to help clean my pipe?
Oh no, I'm stuck in the dishwasher. I don't know what to do. Can you help me out?
I'm stuck in the front loader of the dryer. I can't seem to get out. I can help you with that. And then the music cues in. But anyway, so, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with us this Friday?
She looks at you. She looks at you. She's like, "Does the carpet match the drapes?" Because are your balls gray? No, but they're bald. Cha-ching!
They're bald like my head, bitch.
Yeah, let's go.
And just like that, this show took a total turn for the worse. This episode, should I say.
So I actually really liked the movie, though, a lot.
Yeah, me too. It was good.
It reminded me a lot of the old movie Dragons. I think it was called Dragon Slayer.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it was? Is that the name of the movie?
Believe
Do you remember that one?
Correct. Mm-hmm.
Was it Dragon Slayer?
I believe so. I believe it was Dragon Slayer. If you haven't seen the movie yet, well, we're gonna fucking ruin it for you. From
1981. Do you remember that movie?
Yep. But hold on, guys. If you don't want to hear the review about this movie and you don't want to hear about what the movie is about, you can go ahead and log off. It's been 7 minutes into the show. You can go ahead and log out because we got credit for you listening. Anyway, go ahead. So, Mike, go ahead.
Well, I really I like the premise of it. I thought that the whole concept behind it was pretty cool. It was kind of refreshing that it wasn't good versus evil like a lot of the movies are. Where they make like the dragon like an evil beast or monster that man has to slay. It was pretty cool how the process went. I don't really want to do a spoiler alert because I want people to watch it.
Well, we already did. We already gave them the option to sign off.
Okay. So that's how it goes.
Yeah, fuck them. Just do it.
I like the premise of the whole having an intelligent dragon is really cool. I mean, they've done it a lot in media, so it's not like a new concept at all. Like a lot of the dragons are intelligent; they're not mindless beasts. It's pretty cool that the dragon can talk. So it's kind of like
I thought that was neat.
It's antagonizing its prey as it's hunting it down. And I don't know, man. I just liked it. I thought it was really entertaining for a summer flick.
Yeah, I thought so too. I really like the writing around the whole fact that they thought they had to sacrifice, a new person every time.
Well, they didn't think about that. That's the arrangement that was made. But they figured out how to game the system.
Yeah, game the system and just sacrifice the person. But But I thought that was really cool. I thought, like you said, the dragon wasn't like just some mindless beast that was killing things. It had a purpose behind it. And it was antagonizing its prey. I like the fact that she was smarter than the others as well that went before her. You know what I mean?
Well,
because they only made it. It was a series of steps.
She wasn't smarter. She just was lucky enough to benefit from all of the others' mistakes.
Correct. And they but the girls actually before they documented their steps too, which I thought was cool.
Yeah. Which the only part that didn't make sense was Victoria. Because she documented how she escaped, but she died at the top. Which means that she would have had to gone up there, climbed up all those crystals, gotten back down, went back to the safe place, drawn the rest of the map, went back to escape, got up there, and then just gotten barbecued by the dragon because the dragon knew it was already there. You know what I mean?
Turn into a shish kebab.
That part didn't make a whole lot of sense to me because I was like, okay, this person would really have to have a lot of like moral fortitude and strength of character to see the exit and go, but wait, there's more. And turn around and go back and like finish the map and be like, I'm going to redo this quest all over again.
What was that name? What was the name of that video game in the 80s that people would play?
King's
and you
Quest?
had to like was it Dragon's Lair where you had to like guess his like where he had to go. You had to lead him. It was like he'd walk. It was the first kind of like
King's Quest. The first game was King's Quest.
Was it King's Quest? Are you sure? That doesn't sound right to me. I thought it was Dragon Lair or something like that.
I don't know. Look it up real quick. King's Quest was the one where you had to type in what you wanted to do.
It was called Dragon's Lair. Absolutely. It's called Dragon's Lair. And there was a trilogy behind it. I'm looking it up right now. It was called Dragon's Lair. Look it up. It was in the arcades. But it was really
that one. That's okay. Sorry, that's from the like mid '80s. That's a later one. King's Quest was a lot earlier than that.
Yeah, Mike, we're not talking about the ones where you had to go. He takes the chalice and drinks from it.
Yeah, that's what it was. That was basically like that.
Yeah, I'm talking about real time animation where you had to like, and then he would make the wrong.
No, Dragon's Lair was That was a good one. I couldn't afford to play that one.
Yeah, I was going to say, that was the very first, if anybody is any gamer, that was really, truly the first game pay to play. I mean, because it would suck the money right out of you. You'd spend $20 just playing that stupid game. You know, because you were like, fuck! And then you'd go back and you had to like anticipate. Then it was like one of 3 moves were the right one. So it was like, here's another 50 cents. Here's another 50 cents. Here's another 50 cents. You know, and you'd be like, fail. And it always pissed you off because it always make him look like a dumbass every time he made the wrong choice. Like, he'd get electrocuted or some dumb shit. But yeah, man, anybody that's over the age of 45 will probably remember that game, Dragon's Lair. But back to the movie. Yeah, it gave me that vibe. Like, you know, because I wanted to go. Because during the movie, I was going, no, don't do that. No, I gotta go here. Oh, shit, I got 8. You know what I mean? Here's another 50 cents.
Yeah.
Here's another 50 cents to keep watching. How fucked up would that be? Like, if you could, like, have an interactive movie where it had different choices that you had to pick.
I'm sure it's coming.
No, think about that, though, man.
I think that's actually a thing.
But how cool would that be? Like, on screen, it says, choose the path. A, B, or C, and then each one has a different outcome based on the move. You could totally have AI.
I think they already have that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
In movies?
Yes. It's on Netflix. Interactive TV shows and movies on Netflix. Yep.
No shit. Why have I never seen it?
These are TV shows, movies, or trivia on Netflix where you control the story, answering the questions and more. You can play them on smart TVs, phones, and everything. You just have to go to the interactive section on Netflix.
Motherfuckers, they thought of it. I was like, let's patent this shit and be millionaires.
No, hold on. I'm actually signed into Netflix. Let me go check this out real quick.
Oh, my God. How cool would but think about it, man. For, like, those kind of movies and shit, dude. You know, action movies, you get to choose, and all of a sudden you get shot. Or does the movie end if you choose the wrong choice?
Probably.
Maybe. Fail. Then you got to go back and watch it again. That would kind of piss me off.
There's You versus Wild interactive. There's
no shit.
Yeah, there's Escape the Undertaker interactive. There's Camp Cretaceous, Hidden Adventures.
Now, are they all like
Choose Love
animation based, or are they like straight up like human?
No,
movies?
this looks like real world shit.
Oh,
Some
we're
of
gonna
these
have
do,
to
not
talk
all
about
of them.
this on another episode, man, and say, okay,
Oh,
guys,
they have a Black Mirror episode called Bandersnatch.
Wait, what?
Bandersnatch.
Band her snatch.
Yeah, sure.
However you want to pronounce it, dude. That would be so cool, though, man. Think about it.
Yeah, I don't know. We have to try this because I don't know how it works.
That could lead to interactive porn. I wonder if they have that. Usually porn does everything first.
I'm sure they do.
You're listening to the Daily BM.
I mean, think about
it.
You know, you walk into a room. Do you undress her, or do you tell her to get on her knees?
I'm sure they do.
I'm sure they do. If not, dude, we're on to something. Make it interactive porno flicks.
You make the wrong choice, and you're with a he/him instead of a she/her.
Yeah, you can hey! You're strolling down this. You're strolling down the streets of Bangkok. Do you cup check her? Do you just tell her, let's go back to the room, and the next thing you know, dead dick.
Yeah.
So, do you continue? Then you can take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Do you continue on?
Yeah, no shit. And then it turns into like a Hostel episode where now you're fighting for your life to get away from the situation. Dude, speaking of movies, I know so we're off the topic of Damsel. It's a good movie. You guys should go check it out. I didn't give you too many spoilers, I hope. But speaking of movies that fucked me up, Hostel fucked me up.
Oh, for traveling?
Because it starts off as a soft porn and then goes straight into like gore fest.
Yes.
And like horrible things that other people will do to people. And it's like, this sucks. But it did have one of my favorite endings of all time. Like, I was very happy with the ending. Very happy. I'll leave it there.
Have you only watched the first Hostel? There's like a bunch of them.
I watched the first two, and then I've kind of gotten gore fested out. Like, I used to watch that stuff, and now it's just like I just can't stomach it anymore. Like, I don't like seeing people in pain like that.
Really?
Yeah.
I find that hard to believe.
Not entertaining anymore. I prefer to see them suffer in the real world.
Yeah, exactly. I prefer to see them suffer than a quick death. But yeah,
it's not quick. That's just painful. That's painful.
Oh, I know.
Man.
It's kind of like the Saw movies, man. They stretch that shit out. You know. Let me ask you a fucked up
I did
question.
like them. It just gets hard to watch sometimes because you start feeling the agony. You know.
So, are there times in your brain as a human being where you're like, yeah, I could do that fucking shit? Like, I could be the guy from Saw and take 5 assholes and put them in a fucking room and torture them all individually and let one get out? Or would you be like, no, they're all going to die? Yeah, you should think about it. You're like, you had to stop and think, well, maybe I could. That's human thought process right there. Well, could I do that? Probably. Or would your moral compass kick in and be like, yeah, I really can't kill these people?
I can't.
You're still thinking about it.
No.
You could do it?
I couldn't.
I could. It's fucked up to say, but I think I could. I would really I think it would depend. Okay, so here's why. And I'm going to tell you why. Because it would depend on what they did. Okay, so for instance.
Oh, what type of criminals they were. Okay.
Or what kind of asshole they are.
Or people. I mean, what kind of people, not
what kind of
criminals,
person they are. So, like, if I knew they were ripping off old people and, like, living the high life where these other people, these old people were suffering, you know, and the guys, like, that steal money, financial people, like, that steal their money and, like, think it's okay and, like, they have zero remorse, yeah, I could fucking put that guy in the mix. If you're a pedophile and you fuck with kids, definitely you would be probably the first one to fucking go. And then
well, that's different. That's different. If you know their backstory, I kind of maybe I misunderstood the question.
Yeah, maybe you misunderstood. I'm saying if you knew their backstory,
I thought it was
5 randos.
I thought it was 5 randos. If you were like, kill these 5 randos, it would be hard.
Randos, I couldn't do it.
But like, if they're shitty people, then I'd have no problem doing it.
Yeah, that's me too, man. I feel like I could do it that way. But if it was 5 randos, my empathy, my sensitivity, all that shit would kick in and going, I can't do this to people that I don't know what their backstory is. They might be good people. They might not be. I couldn't do it. But, even in Saul, I think he picked the people like that were shitheads. I don't think he picked randos, right?
No. He didn't pick randos. He picked people that,
Were assholes.
He
Or
got
just basically assholes.
He got fucked up towards the end a little bit because he started picking people that were like, he felt were like, I think, responsible for his wife's death.
Mm-hmm.
And like the doctor and stuff like that,
Right.
because they were just they didn't want to try hard enough, and like the insurance company. I think he went after that. I'm 100% on that. Don't quote me on that. But he picked people that had problems, like whatever their addictions were, and he put them in front of their addictions at first. Is my thought process was, because I remember one girl was like a drug addict, and like that became like his sidekick, and then she went rogue and started making the traps unescapable.
Right.
Which went against what Saw did, so he ends up killing her because she didn't follow the planning, so to speak, of the programming. Yeah, so it's kind of a fucked up way of putting people right in the midst of their problems.
Wow. Guys.
It's like, what? What the thing with Saw is like, what are you... His thing is like, what are you willing to sacrifice to live? And the sacrifice, the longer you wait to make the decision, the greater the sacrifice becomes.
Yeah, it was like, you have to lock your finger off. Okay, I'm going to do that right now. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because I'm not taking my whole leg off.
And then the one that was the most fucked up one was the one where they had the challenge where it was everybody in the thing, it was like in a sewer system thing, and everybody was like all lone wolves and looking out for themselves. And if they'd have just worked as a team, they would have survived the whole thing all together. But everybody died because the last obstacle was like everybody would have to put a thing in and give 1 pint of blood because it required 6 pints. And there was only one guy left. So when he put it in there, like it drained him his blood to open the lock.
Yeah, because you can't lose that much blood in one thing.
Yep. Because he was dead. He died. So, but if they would have had all of them there, it'd only been, the 6 people would have each put it in there, given 1 pint of blood, and they'd been fine. But they could have because there was like one part in the scene where there was only 4 tunnels, 4 things, and the last person left was going to get shrapnelled, but there was plenty of room in each of the tunnels to share multiple people. But nobody thought about it because they're all like lone wolf assholes, you know what I mean, looking out for themselves. So that was the moral of the story.
So the moral of the story is,
was interesting.
The moral of the story is, before we get out of here, is don't be an asshole, and you won't end up in a sewer and then have to give 6 pints of blood and drain yourself dry. There you go.
Yes.
So there you have it.
Yeah. So, don't be a douche, and you won't
don't be a douche.
You more than likely won't end up in a saw cage unless you just have really shitty luck.
Or
Don't go in the woods. Don't marry strangers. Don't trust people that look shady. Don't go down alleys.
And if you ever hear this theme music, you know something, you're either getting laid or you're the one getting fucked. Anyway, so that being said, guys, don't forget to head over to thedailybm.com where you can find all our socials. You can also find us on Rumble and on the YouTube. You can just like and subscribe over there. Don't forget masondangersco.com where you get 20% off on all beard stuff, all cool man shit. Again, use the promo code DailyBM. Mikey, you got anything before we get out of here?
Hey, everybody, just have a good weekend, and I hope you enjoy some great movies this weekend with your loved ones.
There you go. There you have it. And we'll see you guys on the flip side.
Have a good one.
Deuces.